Right, so this is going to be a Nightfall solo speedrun on the Pyramidion on a Nightstalker Hunter. For those that want to just see the run, then skip to the time on the screen. The rest of you, I'll show you the weapons, cards and build and everything. So the card first of all, obviously this is Nightfall doing it quick, so we're not going for scores. This is 0 handicap, arc singe, heavyweight and momentum. Talk about armor first. So none of this armor is special at all, apart from Orpheus rig. So we're pairing Orpheus rig with a Nightstalker, which is pretty common. The unique thing about it is that I'm running bottom tree, so that I can have Orpheus rig still work, because I don't have Morbius quiver unlocked. Most of you have Morbius quiver unlocked, so you won't be able to do this in this specific strat. Obviously I redone my hunter, made him over, and didn't unlock Morbius quiver months ago, and I kept it just in case, because I like to try out different strats with this build on certain runs, and it so happens to be that I've got a good run, good strat for this Pyramidion. So the old strats for speedrunning Pyramidion, it was always the best class to do, was to run Graviton forefit, bottom tree. The reason you would do that is because you could pair Vanish and Smoke with Graviton and give you constant invis, so that you could skip a lot of this encounter. But I've worked out a way of how to do it without Graviton, meaning that we have an exotic free, so then I can put on my my Orpheus. And the way that we can chain our invises is through Gambler's Dodge, through timing your dodges in a good time to get your Vanish and Smokes back, so you can do a smoke bomb. When that runs out, do a dodge, get your smoke bomb back, and you can chain it that way. Of course, we're using Vortex Grenade, which bottom tree has lockdown on, so it makes the grenade twice as powerful. As for weapons, we're using Perfect Paradox and Wake and Vigil. This is just a nice loadout. Using the Wake and Vigil because it's arc. The card has arc on it, so it makes it more powerful hand cannon. And it has Dragonfly on it, which is really good for the Pacific room. Just a nice loadout to pair with. And obviously we're using Thunderlord. So we have Heavyweight and Arc Singe as the multipliers. And it's just a really good exotic to speedrun stuff with. That's the build anyway. It's on with the run. So basically I'm going to try my best to explain each strat at each room and the reasons why I do A, B or C. So outside it's going to be a lot of Thunderlord spam. First of all, do it in a grenade at the Harpy, and then finish the other two goblins off the other side with Thunderlord, and then go for the second plate immediately. The quicker we get the second plate, the quicker the ads will spawn in. Then from here kind of stay and pick off the rest of the goblins and the harpies. Important to reload. Obviously we have Gambler's Dodge, so we don't have no reload buff, so try and reload when I've got Feeding Frenzy. I like to come up here as well, good place to stand. This is the last spawn outside. Now I'm focusing my attention on the mages. I want to get the mages first, and I don't want to spam all my Thunderlord ammo. Reason being is you never get heavy drops out here. If you spam Thunderlord ammo only, you will never get heavy drops. I've done it that much to actually know that. Which it's kind of funny. If you juggle your weapons enough, you will get ammo drops out here. But obviously we're trying to go as quick as we can, so spam the Thunderlord ammo. We've got 80 ammo, which is not too bad.
Where can we find the Genesis mother?
After that,
organized criticality of the synthoneural terminus. No one knows what that means, Asher. Just make your way inside.
now there's different ways you can spiral down here. I choose to go down the center, just what I ended up choosing. You can go to the pillars on the right and left, well on the left. If you're going to go down the middle, make sure you do a side dodge to stop fall. I like to jump off just around about there, because the RNG of the snipers taking your sparrow out is pretty high. You have to be pretty lucky to get through. I like to kill these goblins here just in case I got a break, because if I did, it would have made this next room quicker for me. Fortunately I didn't get a break, so again it's RNG dependent. Because I'm limited on heavy,
Monitoring the Pyramidion
I only want to use my heavy for certain points, unless I get more bricks as and when, so I'm using it for the harpies, the major harpies. Obviously this is the Vex rotation. If you have the Taken It rotation, it isn't even worth speedrunning. If so, you would have to run a Void special. Okay, so now we'll just using hand cannon, go up for drops. The Firefly comes in handy on this bit. It's the next spawning, so the next spawn is going to be a bunch more goblins and at least 2 or 3 minotaurs with 2 more major harpies. So you notice I've saved some heavy ammo just in case, because I'm going to need some of the 2 majors coming up. Obviously this room is the factor, depending on your drops. I've seen me get really good drops, other times like this not as good, so this room can be as slow as fast as depending on your drops. Finish the 2 mages off. I have a tether of course to use, so may as well use it. Obviously I haven't got a lot of heavy, only 16, so the hand cannon with the arc shield to take them all out. Go for some drops. So like 1 brick will have 60 bullets in, so 2 bricks is really good. It's important to come out of this room with some heavy. If not, then you kind of rely on RNG again, whether you get drops or not. But I knew I had enough ammo for the boss, because basically now we're going to skip the plate room that we're coming up to, and the tower room, which used to be done back in the days with Graviton, like I explained at the start of the video. But it just takes a little more planning without Graviton, but it's certainly doable. Now I killed that 1 goblin there just as I was, just in case for super energy, plus I got heavy off him, so made it even better for me. Okay, so for the first plate, do an invis. That captures the first one. And we need to do a gambler's dodge next to an enemy and then capture the second one. Of course we need 3 invises. I don't have a dodge, I don't have no invis now, so we still need 1 invis, so this is where Orpheus will come in. Obviously when you tether, you get all ability energy back, so this will then give me my smoke back and stuff to capture the 3rd plate, and that's how we're capturing the plate room without Graviton. Obviously as soon as you've captured that last plate, you want to start running, get momentum up as soon as, could be weak. Another thing to note, when you're doing plates, say you invis at the right side of the plate, move to the left when you invis, because the enemies will still shoot the last place you were. That's the most important thing. Like, you can't just invis and stand there. You can even jump up and down if you like as well. And it's important as well that I don't invis here at all, use any abilities, as I need all my abilities for this next part of the tower skip. Okay, so we do our first invis here, then we get our first tower. Now, I do this very specifically, of course, because I only have so many abilities, so I've done a dodge there. And I'm going to do my second tower as the middle one. Scan and then loop round. I can do another invis. And scan the 3rd tower. By the time I've done that invis, you'll see my dodge is back. I can do a dodge and get my next invis back. It's the thing of chaining both dodges and invis and waiting and getting it all down with timing. That's the last tower. I knew this was the run as the Minotaur nearly knocked me off, usually how it goes. And that's the skip for the towers without Graviton as well. So this is a really good scenario for me. I have 200 ammo, 160 bullets. You'll be safe to do this. Any less than 160, then it's risky. Then you might need to rely on a drop, or to start using your shotgun. Yeah, so for a quick boss fight on this, we want to collect the plate, and we're going to come back first because the boss is immune for so long. There's nothing you can do. I like to wait until his health bar actually comes up. Don't want to waste any shots really. And then we can do a lot more shots. Also, we're at the plate as well. That's why I backed up while I was shooting him. Obviously, we don't need to play for any bricks, so I don't really need to kill any enemies. Just the ones that are in danger of killing me. We've got our first plate. We're doing invis here to get the second plate. Obviously, there's going to be another 2 plates after this, so we need to think about those. So I do another gambler's dodge to get my smoke bomb back. Come over to the next plate, take cover from the enemies, and do more DPS. I'll take him down to 2/3. If his head was shown, I could have got more damage. So with this plate, we do a smoke bomb. Obviously, my dodge is nearly up. So by the time I get over here, I can do a dodge next to that goblin. Another smoke bomb for the last plate, and that's basically all the plates. No problem. Then I need to beeline it for the where the boss is going to spawn. Do a tether as well. It's important that I stand next to him so he stomps me, because when he stomps like that, you'll be able to do more DPS. If you start shooting him from a distance, he'll become immune a lot quicker, and he'll teleport to mid. If you had enough ammo, it wouldn't be much of a problem. You'd just back off and then hit him from a distance. We'd fun a lot then. But that's a speedrun strat on the Hunter that I haven't seen done before. It was my own strat I made. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.